business model and the economic model just isn't quite there yet. And as a result, there are a lot of out-of-work reporters as print has declined. And even though journalism is more robust than it's ever been online, it just isn't able to pay people as much. Investigative reporting means digging out stories that are not immediately apparent on the surface, and doing whatever it takes to get that story. You are opening the door that's ajar to a room that's unlit, and you don't know what's in there, and it's time consuming. From a administrative point of view, it's expensive, and the reason why a lot of particularly broadcast media doesn't do it much is because it's expensive.
News today has become, I'm sorry to say, a large combination of infotainment. It was not that way 40 years ago, 50 years ago. That was Hollywood stuff, the entertainment side.
I'm with the New Mexico In Depth. I'm the executive director for that organization. It's a new organization. We're still in the startup phase, actually. I'm the executive director. Heath Hauselman is the deputy director. Heath ran one of the more popular political blogs covering New Mexico politics for the last 6.5 years. We are wanting to work with journalists here in New Mexico. We have media partnerships with the Santa Fe New Mexican. We have a media partnership with KUNM, Las Cruces Sun News, Santa Fe Reporter. What we're doing is we're trying to, on one level, act as a glue to maybe help some of these organizations collaborate, because in this world of shrinking newsrooms, it seems like there needs to be more banding together of journalists. We also want to be a resource. We want to be able to, if a reporter wants to tackle a subject and go deeper than just a daily story, or even maybe this person wants to work for 2 or 3 months, we can actually help research, report, help them dig up databases on which they can track data, but we want to be a resource as well. I think it's more difficult these days for small and medium-sized newspapers, and in some cases even larger newspapers, to get the time to do not investigative journalism, but just checking through the documents. I think it's increasingly difficult, especially if you're a daily newspaper, because there's always the pressure to produce for the next day. And if you have fewer reporters out there, that puts more pressure on each reporter to write a story.